I'm on my way to go and get my eyes checked to my optometrist. I find it interesting how people pick their jobs and their loves. I mean, think about it. If you were an optometrist, you'd be looking at eyes all day long. That's all you do is look at people's eyes. Dental, you look into people's smelly mouths. I don't know if I could do that, be a dentist. I mean, if you're a psychiatrist, you have to listen to people's problems all day long. All day long. That's all you do is you listen to people's problems. And let's face it, a psychiatrist, they're helping you realize what your problems are. They're not fixing you. They're helping you realize how to fix yourself, and you're paying them. A dentist is looking inside your smelly mouth all day long and fixing your teeth. A gynecologist, he's looking at your cooter all day long. That's all he does is look at cooters. When you think about it, my job is pretty awesome. I kind of like my job. But I'm going to get my eyes checked because I need it. I'm on my last pair of contacts too. And it just turned out that I had an appointment like a week and a half ago, but then I kept getting called into work. So I have to keep changing my appointment. So I'm on my way now. They have extra contacts, so I should be okay. And then after that, it's a rainy day here in Spokane, and it's cold. Today's the day my husband died 20 years ago. It's the 20th anniversary. And on these days, even though I got called into work, it's one of those days you don't want to work. You need a mental day or a remembrance day. Certain days you don't go to work. Some people don't go to work on their birthdays, and there's nothing wrong with that. And some people need a mental day once a month. Everybody's different. They're all doing their own thing. So my kid's at home, and I'm giving her a break, and she's doing her own thing, and then I'll go over to her, and we'll have dinner together, and yeah. Today I just got up, I got coffee, I went and ran some errands. I had lunch out, I had fajitas. Oh, I love fajitas. Found a nice Mexican restaurant. And now I'm going to the eye appointment, run one more errand, and then I'm going to go home, and it's a very laid back day. I already got called into work tomorrow, and I have to get up at, I think, 3:30, 4 in the morning to be at work at 5. I did it to myself, but it's the weekend in this area. It's the ICU, and it goes pretty fast, and it's 5 a.m. till 3:30 in the afternoon, and it's extra pay, and I'm going to take advantage of the extra pay, because I doubt if I'll get any extra pay around Christmas, because that's the time everybody needs money. And with COVID going on, not a lot of people are doing things with schools. Like there's no school plays or pageants or Christmas shows because of the COVID thing. So that's usually what I got a lot of time at Christmas time for those kids that did those things. So we'll see how it goes. We'll play it by ear. And yeah, that's it for today. Hey. I just spent the last 2 days coming in early. So what time is that? I usually work 8 to 8:30. The last 2 days I got called in for a 5 a.m. to 3:30 shift. A Saturday and Sunday. Those are pretty laid back shifts. So I thought, what the heck? Well, I forgot what it takes to get up at 4 in the morning, because I normally don't get up at 4 in the morning. First, you have to go to bed early. And that is not easy to do when you're not used to it, because you can't fall asleep right away. You start thinking about everything. Like, I was laying in bed and I kept checking the clock to make sure I set it up correctly. And then I laid there and I was like, now if I fall asleep right now, I'll have 7 hours and 15 minutes left before I get up. Then I lay back down and I look around the room. And I think about TV shows I want to watch. Should I start the whole season of Seinfeld again from episode 1? Yeah, I should do that. I could actually watch a couple right now. No, I have to get up in the morning. Then look at the clock. If I go to bed right now, I'll have 7 hours and 10 minutes left. Then I sit that back down and I look around the room and I start thinking about where I'd like to go on vacation next year. And then I think about, should I go to Europe next year? Or should I go to California? Or maybe Florida? Maybe I should go to Vegas and win money. Yeah. Then I start playing with the cat. And then before I know it, I look at the clock and it's, boy, if I go to bed right now, I'll have 6 hours and 10 minutes left before I got to get up. Then you finally fall asleep and you do basically cat napping all night long. You toss and you turn and everything. Then when you get up and you go to work, you are like, it's a zombie apocalypse. There's nobody on the street. There's nobody out because they don't work yet. Then you get to a main street and there's like 4 or 5 cars and you're like, oh, okay, everything's okay. We're okay. We're okay. But ironically, there's still a line in front of the coffee stand. It never fails. There's that line. All right, so tonight for dinner, I'm gonna have pho, and I'm not making it from scratch. I'm buying it. I'm preparing it from the containers they gave me, and I love this meal because right now it's cold outside. I'm tired, and I didn't have time to food prep. I could do it right now. I really do have time. I just don't want to do it. I'm lazy. So what I'm going to do,
Hi, vlog.
I'm going to show you what I have for pho. Now, pho is chicken soup, Oriental chicken soup, chicken noodle soup, okay? And I love chicken noodle soup. Now, there's Campbell's chicken noodle soup.
Vietnamese.
Did you hear her? It's Vietnamese. I'm sorry. It's Vietnamese chicken soup. Now, I like Campbell's chicken noodle soup because I grew up on that. And then there's Safeway brand chicken noodle soup. Now, for those of you who don't know what a Safeway is, it's like a Vons or a Piggly Wiggly. In the Northwest, we have Safeways. They have a chicken noodle soup brand, and it's really good. Costco has a chicken noodle soup brand. It's okay. The broth, it just isn't that. You know, it's not in my top 5. Now, Chick-fil-A has a really good chicken noodle soup, but nothing beats pho. Now, there are no 2 phos alike, okay? You can get a pho from one restaurant and a pho from another restaurant, and they're not going to be the same because it's all about the broth. Because I'm going to show you what goes in here, and the key thing is the broth. So let's go. Let's put this baby together. Okay, so here's what you get. You get the broth, then you get all the ingredients. You got the noodles right here, then you got the chicken, the onions, and the herbs right here, bacon. Then you've got your bag of stuff here too. You've got some more herbs, sprouts, key ingredients, this lime, and some very spicy stuff, jalapenos and stuff. I'm not going to use that, but a lot of people do. So I'm going to put the phone down for a second. Okay, I put the phone down. I put the phone down for a minute because I do not want to spill any of that delicious juice. Then you put the noodles in there, and then we're going to tear that apart and then add all these ingredients here. And I'll show you that in a sec. So here you can see I tore apart all the noodles here. Then I'm going to put the chicken in. Then I'm going to put the onions and all this. Yum, 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 yum. Oh, it smells so good too. Then I'm going to put the bacon in. Then I'm going to squirt my lime in there. Now, a Vietnamese man told me that he doesn't like the way the Americans just pour everything in there. I pour all the bean sprouts in there. He says that's not correct. You're supposed to just do it a little at a time. And I said, you know what? I work full time. I don't have time to do it a little at a time. The only thing I didn't put in is the chili sauce because I don't want it. And the jalapenos. Now I'm going to take a scissors. I'm going to cut some of this up, not all of it. And I'm going to put that on top. And that is my dinner. Now I'm on my deck. It's in the evening and it's very windy. You can tell the sky is getting a little cloudy and it's about to start raining. It's about 45 degrees outside. It's really cold. And I'm sorry about the lighting. I just wanted to take a minute because I just heard something on the news. I heard a 10-year-old committed suicide. I can't fathom how a 10-year-old would even have that concept in their brain. So I listened to the news report and they said that the 10-year-old was getting bullied at school, not only by her classmates, but even by her teacher. This world has gone nuts. This world has really gone nuts, and I need people to calm down and to take care of yourself. Don't let things bother you, okay? Now, I'm talking about all this craziness in the world. People on planes just losing their shit because of masks. People like taking someone's parking spot and they lose control. People into each other. People cutting in line. I mean, let it go, people. Let it go. These things are bothering you. You need to take a step back and check yourself. This world is crazy. Calm down. You need to do some self-care. When you get up in the morning, you need to start, maybe do a little meditation. If you don't know how to meditate, it's very simple. You breathe in through the nose, through the mouth. Just put your brain into an area you really love, like the beach, or a movie theater, or your backyard, or anywhere that you find your happy place, a campsite, anything. Find that happy place, just go there. Just take a breathe for 5 minutes every morning, every afternoon, every evening, every time you get a chance. If that doesn't help, then listen to some music. Go for a bike ride. Take a walk. Rollerblade. Find some sport. Read a book. Go bowling. You've got to take care of yourself. You've got to love yourself. You need to be kind to yourself. You've got to love yourself. And you've got to forgive yourself. Okay? We've got this. We can handle this. Okay, I'm going to have a new format next week, hopefully. It'll be ready. I love you. My name is Mumzie. And if you're not a fan, become a fan. Leave a comment. Like the page. Forward it. If you don't hate it, if you hate it, make a comment too. And I'll see you next week.